How's it going, guys? And welcome back to Aether 8's week 91, day 4. I decided to take yesterday off, even though I know I promised. Well, I said I was going to try to upload every single day for Light Season this week. But given that I did post my Lin emblem clear for the Hell Abyssal, I just decided that if I wasn't particularly interested in my match yesterday, I wasn't going to upload. So decided to take a quick break there. I ran into a team of Reinhardt, Elliewood, what a dancer, I don't remember exactly which one. There was also Bramamint, I believe, and a Mirabilis with a dazzling gravity refined, I believe. So my approach to that map was to actually snipe the Elliewood after making use of my Duo Hector's Duo skill to splash damage a little bit so that my Lin would have enough firepower to take him out. And from there, Mirabilis didn't have enough attack to prioritize attacking any of my units, so she kind of just kept on restoring. The dancer danced her, refreshed her, whatever, and then she just healed another person. So from there, it was just like picking the units off one at a time if they didn't run into my Lin voluntarily. So that was that. And today I'm gonna jump into this new seasonal banner, I believe, indicated by this icon over here. So yeah, it is a seasonal banner, unfortunately, so Geese won't be in the regular pool. But he is available as a 4-star focus as well, so we're gonna see if we can't get him there. I'm not gonna say how many orbs I've reserved for this banner specifically, or for him, because, you know, the Desire Sensor is gonna screw me over otherwise. So, other than him, I would say the new to Barnes got some pretty nice skills. He's got Heavy Blade 4 and Dive Bomb. I'm more so sort of scouting out Tibarn for his Dive Bomb's B skill because of Thea. That could be a really neat skill on her since she's, well, I built her to be quite the fast unit. Bridget also has the new Steady Impact, so that's pretty cool too, I guess. I'm still not certain if I really want the new harmonized Xander and Veronica, so I might just hold off on those guys. So priority-wise, I'd probably go for blue and maybe colorless, so we'll see how this ends up working out. I believe when I did the Grotto Summer banner, I actually managed to pull the 4-star Summer Loot on my first pull, so we'll see if that happens here. Hey! First free summon pull luck. Oh man. I think this means that Geese is actually my second 4-star seasonal focus that I pulled on my free summon, at least to my memory. So he's minus speed. That's not great, but I can definitely work with that. We'll see if we can't fix those IVs. I'm willing to pull for a second one. So unfortunately, this summon portion of the video will be rather short. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys, but it turned out to be pretty good on my end. So here's a Florina, and you know, because of that, I'll actually go for the colorless. We'll see if I can't get lucky and get it to Barn. But if not, then that means that I will be, I guess, ending the summoning on this banner specifically here. So, alright, let's see. Smoke. Forest. I did pull a 3-star version of him before, so he's not a new character for me, unfortunately. I don't remember if he had anything that I could use, though. Let's see. So he's plus attack. Comes with Panic. Physic. Heavenly Light, and Fortress Res. Fortress Res at 4-star. That's a bit niche, but I think I could use that on certain units, so Okay. Well, I managed to get a Geese, so that's all that really matters. If I decide to come back to this banner to try pulling again, I guess I'll include it in another video. But for now, we'll just go ahead and jump into today's Aether raids. So today's the 4th day. I believe today is just a single then. So that's 40, or 50 rather. And we are matched up against a player who goes by the name of Metal Mollusk from tier 23 with a Kagero lead. So let's go ahead and take a look at their map. And it's the desert map, so we've got a minus attack plus res legendary Kron, given that it's water season, okay. And we've got a double dancer comp with a neutral Racin base kit, essentially. Moonbow, Wings of Mercy, even Defense Wave. Interesting choice there with guidance. Then we've got a plus speed minus res legendary Azura with her base kit, Fortress Defense with no special, a minus attack plus HP Sothis without an assist, so that's something to keep an eye out for. There is a rally trap over here, but we've got base kit Sothis, distant defense, an assistless Eliwood plus attack, Fury, Lunge, Defense Smoke, Swift Sparrow, and Gale Force, as per usual. And a +3 plus attack Kagero with her special refined Kagero start, Rally, Speed Defense, Moonbow, Fury, Wings of Mercy, Drive Attack, and Hardy Bearing. So I've got my tactics room sort of affecting the Crom, but given that there are 2 dancers here and there's a guidance, I'm not really confident that his initial lack of mobility is really all there is to this map. Given that Kager's got the rally, she takes up, I think, one of the refresh slots. So if Kron decides to use his assist, he won't get danced and he can go again. But another scenario could be that he just ends up moving and ends up getting danced by, let's say, like Legendary Azura, and then he'd have like 3 movement, which is not ideal. So, given that this player has like a bunch of structures sort of set up in the corner over here, I could probably break these 2 structures and then snipe the Crom. That way Azura would likely end up getting baited by my Lin. Kagero might have a harder time of it. Well, actually, what would probably end up happening is that I guess it depends on whether or not Kagero can deal like 5 or more damage to my Lin, right? So let's see here. Lin will have 42 defense. That'd be 46. So Kagero gets visible buffs as well, putting her at 62. She won't get affected by Air's Tamari, and Eliwood is the unit on the team with the highest visible attack, so Eliwood would get affected by Chill Attack instead. So at 62 attack, Kagura would likely prioritize attacking instead of rallying, given that Raisin has guidance, so that Kagura could initiate upon my Lin from this tile. So if that happens, and I'm able to take out the Kagura, likely on the second hit, I could potentially still bait out the Azura, and then what would be left would be the two physical, or two melee ranged units in Sothis and Eliwood, and Raisin can't transform just yet at that point, so if Eliwood moves 3 tiles, assuming that Sothis and Eliwood's paths don't overlap, Raisin shouldn't be able to dance either of them. But if Eliwood ends up getting jammed by Sothis because they decided to go the same direction, then what would likely happen is that Eliwood ends up being stuck either here or here. And from there, he could move 1, 2, 3. So it's in my best interest to keep my units outside of this range. This range right here, if I decide not to break any of these structures. So I could have one of my units here, one of my units behind the Lin over here. Okay. It may be a bit of a pain to get the Aether later on, but I could save Raisin for last, I suppose. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna make my way up the left. I'm gonna try to give as many of my visible buffs as possible to my Lin. Their Catapult is going to break my level 1 Flyer School. But as far as I could tell, there weren't any other visible offensive debuffs that would prevent my Lin from getting the bonus doubler from Eliwood, so I guess if I moved, Peony would end up getting shut down by the tactics room initially, but let's say I decide to have Peony help out by putting her on the tile behind Lin. Then what I could do is I could use Air to smite Peony up instead of having Peony move. Okay. So Peony initially moves onto this tile, breaks the flower bed, then moves onto this tile the next turn, gets smited up, and then at that point she can still only move 1 tile. So I'm not sure if that's in my best interest, to be honest. So if I have Peony here, she moves up to this tile the following turn. Then she gets smited and then move up 1 tile because she's affected by Tactics Room. I think that would work out better. Okay, so I'll just move Lin up without having her break the flower bed. Move Peony over to the left behind Lin. Move Air over. Alright. So I do need to break this as well. Given that I'm going to be mostly taking damage from Kagura, who's a physical unit, I don't really need fortify res, so I suppose I could keep Lin, like, one space away from Peony, though not having the defense tactics would hurt a bit. So let's just break this for now, and move Peony. Let's dance and give me that option just in case. So if I smited Peony up right now, let's see. Hollywood being here or here, 1, 2, 3. So he could target this tile. I think I'm just gonna have to go at this without defense tactic buffs. I'll provide, like, visible buffs from Peony's Gentle Dream instead. So go ahead and break the Flyer School first and foremost. And go from there. Okay, so that's not ideal. I prefer not to take damage before then, but I suppose this is what I have my Do Hector for. Functions as another mobile bolt tower, so we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, go ahead and beat up the Crom. Go ahead and smite Peony up and dance Lin. And, well, let's say Hollywood decides to come here. 1, 2, 3. For some strange reason, Hollywood decides not to make full use of his 3 movement. He could hit Hector, who's parking on this tile, so I'll go ahead and move Hector over here then. And end turn. Okay, so Kagero came first as expected. Okay, and then the Azure should get baited. Wonderful. Oof. Apologies about that cut there. I think my phone was starting to run out of storage space, so it just automatically cut off the recording. So after I cleared up some space, I have resumed recording. And like I predicted earlier, the Eliwood actually did overlap with the Sothis in terms of where he wanted to go. So he ended up parking over here and got danced by Racing because of that. So this is the situation that is currently present before you. So from here, Peony can't really do much against the Eliwood. I could finish him off with air, so that's something. So, for the time being, I think that might be my best bet. Go ahead and do that. Okay. then I'm gonna go ahead and draw back with Lin. Go ahead and dance her, because that's my next best option. So either way, it kind of looks like Raisin's going to transform and attack somebody, which isn't ideal, for sure. What turn is it? It's turn 4. Raisin doesn't have that much bulk, to be honest, so even if I let him run into Hector, who's not going to double... I mean, Hector has 57, so that'll be 68 against 24. So that's already like 44 points of damage, which is not good. Even if I let Sothis run into Peony, Sothis would end up getting danced by Raisin. So... Well, Raisin does end up getting his even defense wave, which puts him at 30. Not sure how much of a difference that would make, though, to be honest. 68 minus 30. It's 38, so Raisin still won't survive. Oh, he does get healed by the healing tower, actually. Probably should have broken this hot springs the turn before. That's unfortunate. I wonder if Eliwood could do it. 61, that's 73, minus 30. That's 43. No, that would do... That would allow Eliwood to take out the Raisin, unfortunately. Not to mention that there's probably gonna be drive attack involved, so that's a definite no-no. I don't know if I have much of a choice. I don't exactly want to do another match. Yeah, I didn't think this through too well, to be honest. But given that this is only a 50, I think I can afford to skimp out on the pots. That's not exactly something that I'd like to say, or something that you'd like to hear, really, but I think I'd honestly take this over laddering, just because I missed out on, like, a couple of pots. So, unfortunate as it is, I think I'm gonna take this. It's just one of those days, I suppose. Go ahead and do just that. I think I kind of foreshadowed this, to be honest, because I mentioned at the start, oh, sorry about that, that I would be approaching from the left side and the pots are a bit far and out of reach. So, well, it's not the worst thing. I can definitely pick up the slack from today's shenanigans. So, yeah, I guess that was it for today's match, and I will be back tomorrow. Take care, guys.